Greetings. My name is Dr. Waddell Brooks, Sr., your host, and this is Community Forum. This evening we have two exemplary people that's going to be talking about Community Day at Salem SDA Church in Waukegan, Illinois, where the pastor is Paul M. Young at 1105 Pine Street, Waukegan, Illinois. Greetings, folks.
Hello. Hello.
We're very happy that you've taken time from your busy schedule to be with us to talk about Community Day at your church. And, you know, Community Day is so important. We have the word community, we have unity. If you did, we couldn't have community without unity. You know, the unity is the last 5 letters in the word community.
Right.
We have a lot of exciting things that's going to be happening on that day, and we'll talk about it later. But I want to start off by telling our listening audience, Janice, a little bit about your personal and professional background.
Okay. Well, first of all, my name is Janice Hay, and thank you for having me here, Dr. Brooks. We're so excited about Community Day. First of all, I am the Community Service Director for the Salem SDA Adventist Church, and we're located in 1105 Pine Street in Waukegan. And the Community Service Department, I'm in charge of making sure that we have a lot of things going on in the community, such as clothing drive, food drive, we have a diaper program, and I have a communications background, and so with that in public relations, and you know, I've worked with the school district for quite some time. So I'm just so excited to be a part of the Salem Community Service Department, and I'm looking forward to doing a lot of community work.
It appears that Salem is very fortunate to have you as a member. How long have you been a part of Salem?
Well, I've been a part of Salem on and off for about 20-something years.
Wow.
And so for the past couple of years, I've totally committed myself to Christ, and you know, I'm just having a wonderful experience, just doing wonderful things with the church and a wonderful group of people, and I'm just so grateful that I've you know, found my new life, you know.
Very good. Iris Livingston, you're the director of the Health and Temperance Ministry. I'm going to forward you the same opportunity that I did, Janice. Tell our listening audience a little bit about your personal and professional background.
Sure. Well, I'm also, as you mentioned before, a member of the Salem SDA Church in Waukegan here, and as the health and temperance leader, I'm responsible for trying to basically keep the church healthy and the community healthy as well. We have several things that we do, different programs, healthy days, healthy weekends. We've done so much in the past few years that I've been the leader, and I've had a great support system, so we are very excited about that. And my professional background outside of the church, I am the director of Living for a Child Care Learning Center, and that's actually located in Zion, and I have a wonderful staff, individuals that I work with, and also I try to inform them of healthy things to do as well. Things that I do at my church, I also bring to the daycare center. So we're excited about that. I have a wonderful husband, Derek Livingston, 2 wonderful children that I have to mention as well that are also a great support to me. So it is a great opportunity to be at Salem and to offer the community a lot of different things.
This is fantastic. Janice, I want you to tell us about Community Day. Why Community Day? What is the purpose of Community Day?
Well, it's a very good question. When I first got this position as a community director, the first thing that that came to mind was what can I do to let the people in our community know that we exist and that we offer some services. And of course, the first thing you want to do is have a unity. You want to bring everybody together and try to tell them exactly what you have to offer them. So I decided that I brought to the board that we would like to have a community day. Now, we've had several community days before in the past where we invite leaders of the community to come out to our church and to kind of address the congregation and such forth. But this time, I wanted us to come out of the church and go into the community.
Okay.
So the best way I see that we could address that would be to put together and organize a day of fun and excitement where we'll incorporate a lot of free things for the community. We're trying to, but the goal of it all is to try to, tell people about Christ, the goodness of God, and, have people kind of mingle and meet each other of the same background, of different churches. And so we just want to come together and community with each other and just, meet and mingle and say, hey, we're here as well. And we want to do something. We want to be active in the lives of our community members.
Janice, you mentioned when you were introducing yourself, you had a communication background.
Yes.
What have you done to market the Community Day? First of all, I'd like to say, when is it though, first of all?
Community Day is July 5th. That's right after the 4th of July. And we decided that, we have to go through a calendar of events for our church. And so that was the day that was picked for us. We had selected a day, different days before that. But, it's so funny that finally we got down to the 5th. And then, sometimes when God puts something on you, you tend to not want it. But eventually after, you started saying, okay, this is a day that we're going to do something, then you see the purpose of it. And it was such a blessing that we have the right after the 5th the 4th of July. And this, people are mostly on vacation or a holiday. It's right after a holiday. People are mostly not doing anything. So this would be a wonderful event. There's no parades. They don't have anything going on. So this would be a good time to get out and do something in the community on the 5th day. So I have done in the past publicity work before through my college. I used to do promotions and other things. I do photography, and I do that, continually right now.
Now,
so,
how are you promoting Community Day at Salem?
Well, we have signs, of course, that we have signs all over the community, and we have flyers, and the Belvedere Mall, we're going to be located at the Belvedere Mall, and so the management...
Yes, Belvedere and Lewis.
Correct.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, so we were looking for a location. We had different, first of all, you have to go out and you have to find the right location. So we had several locations in mind. And, it's funny, we asked different people in the community and asked if we could host our community day event. And some of them turned us down, but we went to the Belvedere Mall, and Mr. Fernandez, Richard Fernandez, he's the management for the mall. He was very excited that we're going to do something on the 5th of July. So he worked with us and said, okay, yes, we can host our event there. And it was just one big blessing after another. So
this is fantastic. Iris, I noticed that you are excited too, but tell us about some of the activities that's going to be going on at Community Day.
Sure, we have lots of activities that are going to take place. We're going to have a youth tent where there will be art for children to work on. We'll have face painting. We're going to have different sports activities for the children to take part in. We're going to be handing out books and lots of literature for the children, Bible studies even. So they're going to definitely be taken care of there. For an hour, there will be a youth hour where our youth leaders will take over on the stage, and they'll have different children come up. We'll have a raffle for the children. We're going to give away bikes. We also will have a youth a health and temperance booth, and I will be in charge of that booth. So we're really excited. We're going to be doing blood pressure screenings. We're going to do BMI checks. We then will have healthy snacks, smoothies, wraps, vegetarian snacks to teach the community how they can eat more healthy and do it on a low budget. So that will be something community can really look forward to receiving. We're going to have lots of handouts. So when you come to that health and temperance booth, you will be handed lots of information to take with you to help your healthy lifestyle, to improve it. We also will have a prison ministry booth to encourage families that may have prison family members that may be in prison or incarcerated, to encourage them. We will have a prayer booth. Some people may need extra prayer. I know I need prayer every day. So if you choose to go with our elders and have prayer done, you have that opportunity. And of course, we will definitely have a huge community service tent. And under that tent, we'll be giving away diapers, clothing giveaways, shoes, non-perishable foods. That will be a very, very exciting tent for the community to come and check out. Family life, financial peace. We have so much going on in our church, and all of our ministries will be touched on. So as a community comes in, they can not only see what Salem is all about, but they can just really dive in and get a great vast of information. Along with our booths there, we will have other members in the community come out. We're going to have Healthy Spirit, Healthy Soul. They're affiliated with the Cancer Society of America. You'll have lots of information on that. Family resources, we'll have daycare coalitions come out. It is just going to be a great day. We'll have the Exchange Club come out. They're going to have a booth, and we will give things out. It will be there. The Waukegan Library, exactly.
Oh, okay.
They're going to be out there as well. We're going to be handing out flags. It will be the 4th of July weekend, so we do want to kind of remember that. So we'll be handing out flags to the children that day. So just a lot of stuff will be going on. It's our first time doing this. We want to make it an annual event, and we're just really, really excited about it.
I noticed that you have medical screening services, and I can attest how important that is, because I went to took a screening test and got my finger poked, and boy, the nurse there said, you go to your doctor right away. Do not pass go. Like in Monopoly, go directly to your doctor. I think it was, my sugar level was, I think about 200 something,
Okay.
And so it was on a Saturday, so I weathered the storm until Monday, and I got there, and I've been taking medication ever since. So in other words, I always heard of walking diabetics, and how many diabetics we have, And had it not been for the screening, I may have gotten up to maybe 500-600, and maybe had real trouble then,
Yes.
So it's very important that the medical screening really got my eye there, that you have it there.
Yes, we're really excited about that. Now, at our church, we actually do the glucose screening. So when you come that day, if you are interested in that, we will hand you information to when we're going to do that particular screening at our church. That particular day, we will do the blood pressure and the BMI checks. But because it will be such a huge event, to do the glucose there would be kind of time consuming, first of all, and we want to get to as many people as possible with what we're offering. So that day you can sign up to come to our church to get that glucose screening on the days that we do it.
You mentioned blood pressure screen. That's highly important too, because I guess blood pressure can vary, and it seemed to be a real problem among African Americans than others. And I wonder why.
Well, as the old saying goes, when you know better, you do better.
Okay.
A lot of times we just tradition, our eating habits and so forth. It's because of tradition, and when you know better, you do better, and you tell others, and that's what's important. We do not have to eat the way that we used to eat or the way that our ancestors used to eat. We can still have good, wholesome eating without all of the fats and everything. So that's something that we really, really want to share with the community. And you're absolutely right. The African American community is a community that is just really a high rate of high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and it's because of just tradition and the way we're used to eating. So once again, we'll be handing out recipes, healthy recipes, showing you how you can make some of the samples that we're going to hand out, and we will go on that journey with you. You can come back to the church, and then you can even take part in some of the activities to help you keep those numbers down to where they should be.
We talk about high blood pressure among African Americans, but I'm going to host a show right after this one. It's going to be about racism. And racism is one of the causes of high blood pressure among African Americans too. But we won't get into that now.
Right,
That's a separate
That's
show
so
coming after this one. But I just thought of it.
But I just wanted to interject something. Iris is in charge of the booths, and she's doing a wonderful job. All those, the mention of all the different booths that we have, and she's just doing a marvelous job. I'm so grateful that she's a part of our team. You know, we have some wonderful people that are working with the community day team, and Dr. Maurice Bird, he's instrumental in the administrative part of getting in touch with the different leaders, and you know, we're going to be giving out awards and everything, and we just have some wonderful people. It's just so excited, you know, to have
I was mentioning about food sampling. That sounds attractive.
Awesome stuff.
What type of food, what kind of booth that's going to be?
Well, we're going to have food samplings 3 different times during the day. Obviously, we can't do it the whole day. We have to have it in increments. So at an hour at a time, we will be doing fresh smoothies, fresh fruit. We will be doing vegetarian wraps. And we will have samples of oatmeal patty balls. And those are all vegetarian meals that you can barbecue, I might add, barbecue oatmeal patty balls. So it is quite tasty. It's a hit with when anyone makes them at our church. So we are excited about giving that to the community and having them try, and we will also have the recipe along with that.
Right.
So
also, Janice, music too is a great part. Now, what type of music?
Well, that is my area, of course, advertising and publicity of the community day. That's my my expertise part of this. I've decided that we wanted the music to be a little bit uplifting. You know, we are Salem Church. We are a very diverse community, and so the entertainment that we're going to have. Not only will it have an influence of calypso and reggae, but he's also have a little bit of R&B and a little bit of probably hip hop. Maybe, you know, we're going to have a lot of different local artists and performers. And so, yes, that's the the Jamaican one-man band. So he's been all over the different. You know, and places entertaining and stuff. And,
so he's well known.
Right, yeah. I was at a fest and I heard this gospel music and I was so drawn to it. And I said to myself, who's that? And I walked over and hi, how are you? And we became friends and it's just, I just love his music. And so I wanted to share that as well. So
this is fantastic. Your person's name here is it's a Jamaican one-man band, and what was his name in case people heard of him?
His name is Ellsworth Rose. Ellsworth.
This is fantastic, and it seems like it starts about what time? Inclusive there. What time is that?
It starts at 10 o'clock. And that's when we'll have like a time to kind of mingle and greet individuals that are coming in. 11 o'clock actually starts the official day, but at 10 o'clock, 10:15, the booths will start to be open. They will open up, and the community can come in and they can start going to the different areas, booths of their choice. And then we have a program set where we have singing, we have awards that will be given, and it's just going to be a wonderful festival day. It's just going to be awesome. And we really encourage everyone to come out to this day.
Well, Janice, again, tell us about Salem. How large is it and where is it located?
Well, Salem, large. You know, Salem, if we should, you know, I did a study about our popularity in the community, and we're 0.3%, and we're trying to improve that. So we're trying to, you know, for everyone to learn about or know about Salem Church. So we're a small church, but we're small, but we have a big impact, and we're trying to make that impact be shown as well. So we have membership-wise about 250 members, but we have on and off days. One of the things that we're doing with Community Day as well is with the we have an evangelistic series that we're introducing to the community, and that's going to be a wonderful program, and that's going to be from July 11th until August 9th. So with the community service day going on in the evangelistic series, we're hoping that people will kind of get to learn the name of Salem, and that will come out and visit us. We're a wonderful church. Like you said, we're very diverse. We have a lot of different cultures in the church. We're a wonderful professional group of people, and everyone is welcome. So that is pretty much the reason for Community Day, because we're trying to, you know, all of us, we know what Christ can do for us in our lives. I mean, I am a living testimony of that. And so with this day, we're just trying to go out there and let people know that you know, Christ is real, that that He wants to have a relationship with you. And you know, it doesn't matter. We're not going to say, this is Seventh-day Adventist Church, we want you to be a Seventh-day Adventist. We're going out to say that we're Christian, we all love God, and we want you to get to know God. So come on, join us, come and listen to what we have to say. We have some gifts for you. Just try to get into a spiritual, spiritual relationship with God.
I might have both of you comment on this one. We have approximately 3,000 denominations in the world. And I would like to find out from each one of you, whoever's a spokesman, what is it about Salem that would cause people to come and worship with you? You have now this is something special here, because not all churches have a community day. As a matter of fact, I don't know, I can't name one that have a community day. And I got to congratulate you on doing that.
What about Salem? What about Seventh-day Adventists? That is a question, really.
Okay.
You know, I grew up in the Catholic environment. I attended a Catholic high school in Jamaica. I attended a Baptist church, and I'm not saying, and I find that they all have, except maybe for Catholic. There's nothing wrong with that, but I'm just saying that the God that I know, the Bible, the King James Bible, it's all the same feeling. The only difference really is that we worship on Saturday, you know, instead of Sunday. And I've been to just about all the different denominations, and I find that it's the same God. But the difference with the Seventh-day Adventists, I like the diet that they offer, and I do believe, it is my belief, that the Sabbath day is the day of the Lord. So that is where, you know, I think that the Seventh-day Adventists, you know, my opinion, of course, is that is right, you know. So I tend to, I do not, there's certain type of food that I don't indulge in. And of course I did before, but I changed my diet, such as pork and lobster and shrimp, and that's what our ministry calls for.
Well, the King James identifies food that you eat and not eat. You know, I could understand that. It doesn't matter what denominations you are.
Right.
The body survives on certain
and
foods.
I stand by that very highly. So that's one of the things that got me converted, pretty much. And it's what is in your heart, you know. You know, somebody could say, well, this is what I know all my life. You know, I grew up in this denomination, and that's okay. You know, the whole thing is that we need to have a spiritual connection with God. You know, He's real. And I mean, I've been down this road, that road, and I finally.
And we all have.
Right. And I'm telling you, I'm having the joy of my life, with, you know, with my relationship with God. And with Community Day, we're trying to express that and try to get people to say, hey, you know.
I'm sorry. When I said Paul, I didn't mention your Pastor Paul.
Oh, Pastor
Paul
Young.
That was on his way to Damascus, and was. It's sort of like
Pastor Paul Young is a very young, vibrant pastor. He's a wonderful leader. He's very educated. He's very passionate about his work, and he's you know, he's just a wonderful leader. And you know, with the evangelistic series, people will be able to get to know our pastor better. So we're trying to invite everybody to come out and to just fellowship with us and just see what it's all about.
Prayer is so important, and Iris mentioned about the Bible speaks about praying unceasingly.
Of
you
course,
know,
yes.
you mentioned about you mentioned about praying morning, noon, and night. You know, and of course, actually, prayer you could be driving and you think you almost have an accident, and you just say Jesus. You know, because if you stay connected with Him,
That's right.
you don't have to wait and call. You may get call waiting or whatever. But if you stay connected with Him, then He's going to protect you.
I have had so many
Absolutely.
close
Yes.
calls. I pull out and there's a car, and I don't
Yeah.
know who saved me, but I
Oh,
know it wasn't
yes.
me.
Oh, yes.
You know, so I
It
know
was-
somebody was there that you know. I mean, many, and just I just had to say thank you, God, thank you, thank you, Jesus.
And if I could, I'd just like to mention something you had asked us about the question in regards to our church and you know, our beliefs and so forth. One thing that we definitely believe in is the whole 10 Commandments. All 10 Commandments we follow, and we can say that with, you know, just being assured that that is what we follow, the King James Version.
Okay.
And that, like Janice mentioned earlier, a big part of our ministry is the health ministry. It has been proven and scientifically and so forth that Seventh-day Adventists have a longer lifespan because of their diet, what they eat, what we put in our bodies. So it has been proven. We have University Loma Linda in California. That area over there was named in National Geographic, as a matter of fact. We were placed in there among the highest living individuals, Seventh-day Adventists. They did a study over there. So I just want to make mention of that, that what we put in our bodies makes a huge difference in how we live and how we worship. You cannot worship properly without your body being properly taken care of. And that's why we call our body the temple of the Holy Spirit. We have to make sure that we are consuming the things that God wants us to consume in our body. He knows us best. So that's one of the main things that we love to minister to, and one of the things that kind of sets us aside from other denominations. So I just wanted to make mention of that.
This is your body is a temple of God.
That's right.
Exactly.
And you don't put alcohol in it, and you don't put drugs in it, and you know, because there's certain foods you put in your body would just sit there and stay there. It may cause cancer and so forth, you know. So it's good that you have emphasis on that. And this is not just Salem, but it's all through the Seventh-day Adventist Church, right?
Correct. Absolutely. Yes, that is one of our main missions. You know, it's something that we really are earnest about, and something that we really like to give to the community. When you show the community that you want them to be healthy and you want to help them live a better life, you know, what better way to minister to them? You know, you're very concerned about them, help them to live longer, help them to see their children grow up, their grandkids grow up, and just help them to have an overall better feeling about themselves. And that's something that we really want to portray and we want to give them.
You know, I noticed on your flyer you have walking by faith, running on hope, and driven by love.
Hey,
You know,
it's powerful.
you know. So you want to emphasize walking by faith. And
My
this-
pastor's a very creative man, and
Okay.
he came up with this walking by faith. And of course, you know, it's a part of all our lives. We all walk by faith
Okay.
because we can't predict what's going to happen to us. You know, futuristically, you know, we can't say, oh, tomorrow I'm going to do this and that. So it's faith that that we're driven by. Running on hope. We're hopeful. We're running and we're hopeful this will happen. We're hopeful that there'll be a change. We're hopeful all the time. And love of God, you know, if it wasn't that the love of God, God showed us how much he loved us by giving his son, Jesus Christ, to die for us. You know, I'm a mother. I love my son to death. Okay, and I don't know if I could make a decision like God did to save, you know. And so with that love, he's showing how much he loves us, and that it doesn't matter what, he'll do whatever it takes to win our souls.
Now this is walking by faith. This is spiritual because it's not by sight.
It is spiritual, yes, by sight.
You are by
right.
faith. And hope. I don't know, was that Hebrews 1, 11 and 1 stated that about hope. I get that when you get old like I am, there are three things you get away from you. The you know, the memory is the first thing to go.
Yes, yes.
I don't
you're right,
remember
exactly.
the other two, you know.
But I'm sure that
Faith is the substance of things hoped for,
yes,
and the evidence of things not even seen.
right.
That's right.
Exactly.
That is it.
Yes.
So I noticed that in your church. I visited a couple of times. I visited, and I met your pastor and the congregation, and I like the emphasis that you place on youth.
Oh yes.
The youth has is so important for youth. Our prison system is, oh my goodness, 85% of the prisons, the people, the inmates, don't even have a high school education. How important is education in your church?
Oh, education is very, very important. But I'll go back, I'll start with the youth.
Okay.
Because we have a dynamic youth program. We have an elder, Eliud Sakard. He is our youth elder. He's dynamic. He is in our church doing things with the youth all the time. Every Thursday night he's there with the children just to come and hang out. You know, sometimes they need something just to do.
Right,
and he has definitely captured that. He takes them to the homeless shelters. He takes them out to pass out tracts, just hold up signs, God loves you. He has youth night. He's in charge of a series called MIB, which stands for Ministry in Bold. And basically what that means is you have to be bold about Christ. You know, don't be ashamed, don't be shy about it. You have to minister to everyone that you love Christ, and do not be shy, be very bold about it, and let everyone know how you stand and what you stand for. So our youth department is awesome. And then backing that up is also our Sister Bird. Sister Sharon Bird, she's awesome. She's the instructor for the youth choir and the children's choir. And they are dynamic. They're asked to go places all the time. And they just bring such a wonderful ministry. Our youth, the youth in our church is very vibrant. So it's a very active youth department that we have. Also, the youth leader, actually, I believe is Janae. Her name is Janae Harry. She's our AY, Adventist Youth. That's what AY stands for. And then they do programs in the evenings, on Saturday evenings with the children. So instead of hanging out at night, we'll have ministry there on Saturday nights for the children.
Oh, okay.
So we are very active. And then getting back to education.
Okay.
In our church, it's almost a must that you continue your education. It is, we see it, you know, it's from the oldest to the youngest. They see the older ones going to college, graduating from high school and so forth, and going to their different careers, and they want to do that. And that's one thing I love about our church. My children graduated from a Seventh-day Adventist college, and one in health science, and the other in elementary education. And so it is just something that is just very, very, that it's a must. So that's one thing I'm really excited about, and we really push that. We really push for that. And the best thing about it is when they're finished their education, they would like to come back. They will come back to Salem, and you can see what they've learned and they give to the church. So education is a must. It's very
Train
important.
up a child the way he should go, and
That's
when
right.
he's old, he will not
Exactly.
depart.
That's
Yes.
right.
So,
Absolutely.
You know. Now
I'm
that's
very
secular
proud of the youth
education. What about
department.
Christian education?
Well, this is Christian. Well, right. We were talking. That was
Bible,
Christian
yeah.
education. But you know what? I feel that if you, however you want to educate your child, you know, that is definitely your choice. But it has definitely been seen that Christian education, you just have more. There's more of a foundation. You have Christ. Not saying that the secular education does not.
Yeah.
Because it actually starts at home.
Yeah,
it
right,
starts at
right.
home. But I can speak from my experience sending my children to a Christian college, that it did a lot for them. It did a lot for their character. It helped them to know and be closer to the Lord.
Okay.
But all of the children, we have some children in our church that did not go to a Christian college. Wonderful children, very spiritual children. So it's really your choice and how you want to bring your child up. But education, it is a must in today's day and age, regardless.
What about, you guys have so many programs there, and people are just going to have to come and visit you
That's right.
just to see, because you have a program for inmates, right?
Yes, we have a prison ministries program.
Wow.
And we have our prison ministry leader will go out, I believe it's every Tuesday, a group of our on our prison ministries committee, and they will go to the Lake County Jail. They will have Bible studies, sing songs. They even used to go down to the other prisons, and I believe Joliet and Dwight, that area,
Yes.
and visit. The choir would go down. It was just such an encouragement, because everyone comes from different walks of life. And, you know, you cannot, you know, evade or just not take into consideration those that may be hurting because of that, those type of circumstances. So we definitely have a very, very active prison ministry department that we're very proud of, to say that they are in the community trying to help those inmates and the families of the inmates as well.
You know, I like that your outreach program, because you go outside the walls of the church, and you're going out to reach the unsaved, and you know, bring them in, show them the light, as we go about the light. And this is so important. I think this is what Christ did not have. He did not own any buildings. He did not have a place to lay his head.
Right.
He did not have an address. Right. He is always out raising the dead and healing the sick and this type of thing. And this is what we should
Exactly. Yes.
Absolutely.
And that is that is one of the main reasons why I love being a part of the community service. I'm able to, you know, the programs such as the diaper program. We just implemented a diaper program to help mothers who are not able. You know, when we look at the cost of diapers, and you know, it's just to buy a pack of diaper, and you need for 1 week, that's over $10. Now you need $10 times that for the month and for the year. And so, you know, we said, you know, one of the things that we really wanted was put together was this diaper program. It took some time to implement it, but now it's up and running. So we have a Salem, you call our diaper hotline, and you can come to the church, and we distribute diapers for those who call into this number. And, you know, it's just a wonderful blessing. You know, we have a food drive. So this is to help. Eventually, we will get to the food pantry or the distribution for the Illinois Food Distribution Center, and they'll be able to distribute food directly to the church. But that program is being put in place as we speak. And then we also, we're looking for after Community Day, of course, the evangelistic series, and then we're going to try to put together a program called Let's Be Friends. And this is going to say, you know, what's next after Community Day? You know, don't go away. We want to invite you to different things that we're doing in the community. Whatever program we're putting in place, whatever you know, diaper programs or any other things that we're doing, we want you to let's be friends and come on and join us.
Let's talk about a little history now. I mentioned about how Iris was exciting and so forth, but you seem to be very exciting too. When you hear the word, when the community hears the name Salem, what do you want them to know?
Well,
what
you know,
about Salem?
Diversity. That's the first thing. We are very diverse. We're made up of people from Belize, from Jamaica, from Mexico, from Trinidad, and we are just everywhere. And you know, and it's just trying to show you that we're not just one like a cult or something. We want everybody to be a part of this of Salem. Salem, you know, like I said, the only difference between any other church is that the fact that we worship on Saturdays, and hey, you know, I'm comfortable.
I know you have your
I'm very happy with
justification for Saturday,
church.
you
Yes,
know, but am I going to be turned away for Christ?
Oh no, you know, as a matter of fact, there's one thing. Like we said, we have our diet that we try to put in place, but we don't. If you continue to do we just want to love you. We just want to welcome you as who you are. You know, sometimes we're not allowed to wear jewelry such as earrings, and that's okay. You know, we're not looking at the outer part of anybody. You know, we're looking at the inside, what you have, and you know, so we're not there to judge anyone. We just want you to come and fellowship with us and have just get to know the Lord.
And you emphasized from the beginning that the whole purpose, really, of a community day is winning souls for Christ.
There you go.
Right.
Exactly. It's all, the passion about it. I've been down the rocky roads, everybody, and my life, since I've committed myself to God, it's a wonderful experience, and I just want other people to experience what I've experienced. I'm joyful, I'm happy, I'm just happy from inside, it's a wonderful, when you have a relationship with God, it's such a different feeling.
I'd like to emphasize to the public is that you heard about Tried, you may like it. I would love for them to go and try the service at Salem, which is located at 1105
Hines Street, Waukegan. Yes, sir.
Waukegan, Illinois.
Yes, sir.
And it's really just off of Glen Floor.
Yes.
And I visited there and found out that I was excited about the youth. How you got the youth involved.
Passionate.
And, right.
Yes.
So being a community service leader, you didn't do all of this yourself. It is a cooperative effort, right?
Yes, very much so.
So tell us about your how you got so many people involved and
well, like any CEO, you have the former was say something happened and then you got a new position. First thing you try to do, you have a recruit. You recruit who have interests.
That's right.
So I did a recruitment. I have people who are coming along and saying, hey, we want to be a part of this. And then you give them a vision, said, this is what I'm hoping to accomplish. And so you move from trying to get a group of people together, a large group, and then the people that have that interest, then we go into a small group. Then we set our motion is putting our plans together is what we're trying to, our agenda for maybe for the year, the diaper program, the community day. And then, like I said, I've been so blessed to have such a wonderful group of people that, professionally could have came along and said, look, I want to be a part of this. And it's just been, I'm just like, wow, I'm amazed. And then, you see the work of God because, I had a little conversation with God. I said, I don't know what I'm going to do with this, show me the way, help me. And I'm telling you, it's like, it's awesome. It's wonderful. I'm just,
You mentioned that you're a Jamaican native and also a former Baptist, right? But tell us about the prevalent religion there in a denomination in Jamaica. What's
Jamaica, I grew up in a Baptist church. Like I said, I attended a Catholic school, and you were supposed to go to mass and stuff in Mount Alvernia High. And my father, he played professional golf for Jamaica.
Wow.
And so he was the strict Baptist member. And then I relocated when I came over to America and moved with my family in North Chicago, Waukegan.
Okay.
My aunt, who passed away, God rest her soul, she introduced the Seventh-day Adventist Church to me. And so I had a little bit of resentment at first. I would go to church on Saturdays and go to church on Sunday. And eventually, it just stuck with me. And I just said, well, just one day, you get up and this is the real deal. And so, I've had my trials and tribulations, but hey, I'm home now and it's wonderful, so I'm very grateful.
Iris, this is the reason why Christian education is so important. Excuse me. We have the Old Testament and we have the New Testament. The Old Testament is history, of course. And then the New Testament, 39 books, 66 books in the total Bible, 39 books in the Old Testament, and it's history. And we have the other 29 books we call the New Testament, but that's fulfilling the laws. The laws changed when Jesus Christ came. And say we should love the Lord thy God with all their soul, mind, and strength. And then love thy neighbor as thyself. If we do that, is one day in the week important if we do what Christ said do?
Okay, and so you're referring to us worshiping on the Sabbath.
Yeah,
okay.
Vice of Baptist Sunday,
right?
Because we should be worshiping every day, really.
Yeah,
absolutely,
we
should. We should.
We did say rest one day, didn't it?
Yes, but Sabbath is a special day. It is a blessed day. It is the day that God has given us to worship. This is the day that He has chosen. Sunday being the first day of the week makes Saturday the seventh day of the week. And I know what you're getting at. You want to know, if
your pastor going to see this tape, and both of you going to be graded in your Christian education class.
Right.
But this question always come up, though.
Well, I always use the saying, "Hallow my Sabbath." So there will be a sign between you and me that you may know that I'm the Lord. Go ahead, Iris.
Right.
Let him have it.
That's Ezekiel 20:20 is the scripture that she just quoted.
Okay.
But it is a special day of worship, okay? And if you go to the 10 Commandments, you're going to go to that fourth commandment, and you're going to see what the Lord has to say about the Sabbath day. So that's why I mentioned earlier that we follow all 10 commandments. A lot of times that fourth commandment that says worship on the Sabbath day is overlooked or is not mentioned much, but it is in that fourth commandment. So I want to challenge everyone out there that's looking at this to go to the fourth commandment and ask your pastor about that fourth commandment and why it is not, given emphasis. And, your pastor will definitely have something to tell you or talk to you about or not, but we follow all 10 commandments, and a Sabbath day is a special day. It's a blessed day.
And it's just to interject one thing. The 10 Commandments said, "Thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not, do all these things." It's also said, remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. So everybody goes, okay. Then you get to the Sabbath day and they jump away. Everybody, what's wrong with that?
But we'll leave that for
that is not Community Day. Community Day, we're not gonna talk about.
Let's review the activities.
Community Day is a different
what's going to happen
program completely. Community Day, we're going to have, of course, the greeting is for everyone. We just want to be, let's be friends.
10 a.m.
10 a.m. We open up. We're going to have singing, giveaways. We're looking to have a fun day. And we're just trying to, of course, we're going to try to tell people about God and everything, but we're looking more at having a wonderful spiritual day and just get to know each other. Everybody mingle together. Come out. Salem is trying to do something as well in the community. We want people to know that we exist and we're there to help you. Community service is there to help. We are our church is a service church, and that is why we're introducing Community Day. We want to get the diaper program. We want to help single mothers. We want to get the food program. We want to get all these programs started, and we want to be a part of it. I feel that if we all, a friend of mine used to say, we all have more in common than we differ.
Okay.
And we all have a lot in common. We're not different than anyone else, and we just want to share that with everybody.
Well, this is fantastic, and the community will be blessed.
Thank you.
Because you're blessed.
Thank you. And I am blessed. We're all blessed.
Yeah, and
God is good.
God placed this on your heart.
Yes, and I thank Him.
And you to be the director of this program for one of the outreach programs, and it's one of the outreach programs that you share. What are some of the other outreach programs that you have?
Well, we mentioned the youth programs that we have. Actually, just recently we were involved with the Feed a Starving Child, Feed the Hungry Child. I'm not sure if I'm saying it properly. But it's where you go and you bag up the grains and the beans and the rice, and it was just such a wonderful experience and be able to ship that food to Feed a Starving Child, I believe is what it's called.
Yeah, what it is a program that, real quickly, I didn't mean to cut you off. It's a program that sends food to Vietnam, to different Cambodia, and they pack food with vitamins in the food, and it's a program that is out of Mandalay, and people get there, you go like once a month, and you bag food up, and our church is a part of that, through the ministry of Lamont Taylor. He's our personal ministry leader. He's doing a wonderful job. Lamont Taylor, we wanted to have him here as well, but he's doing a wonderful job with our personal ministries, and I'm telling you, you just got to come and check us out and really get to know us, and that's what we're trying to do Community Day, so that you know that we're here and we want to be a part of a community. There's nothing more beautiful to see a community that is working together and making an upliftment for humanity, you know, and just it's just beautiful, and we want to share. We want to be a part of that. You know?
I might get a plug in for Lamont Taylor since you mentioned that. He's a great friend of mine, and he's the one that introduced me to your current pastor.
Yes, wonderful
and your
man,
previous pastor,
Elder
too.
Taylor.
Your previous pastor that was here. So he's doing a great job in outreaching.
Lamont is involved with a lot of different departments in our church. He's involved with the Pathfinders. What else? What are some of the other programs, Iris? Personal ministry, elders, just about everything.
You have a small church, but you seem like you got a lot of active people in the church.
Yes, and we have plenty of room for growth.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Yeah. And you mentioned about the staff of people you have working with you. You have, is it a large group you have working with you? Because you're doing a lot of things, you know.
Oh, yes. We have a very
because I see you're overworking Iris, and because Iris all these things.
She loves to keep busy.
You do according to your heart, right?
Oh, yeah. I have a great time working with Janice. She's, you know, quite the instructor.
Okay.
So I have a great time working with her. But yeah, we have just so many different, I know you had asked a question previously about the different outreach programs. If I could just really touch a little bit more on that. We have a wonderful outreach program. Some of our older members go to some of the nursing homes, as well as the youthful members as well. But I'm just mentioning this particular group because they are committed every Sabbath to go to a nursing home to give Bible study, sing songs with. So we have that going on.
Okay.
We mentioned the health ministries department already. We have several things going on in that department. And we just continue to go into the community. The personal ministries, once again, with Lamont Taylor. He's the Pathfinder leader, and the Pathfinder group is similar to Boy Scout, Girl Scout type of thing, but we call them Pathfinders. Yeah. And he takes them out as well to hand out literature and to do different events. So he's well in the community on that as well. So it's just, we have an array of things going on. And, you know, we may be a smaller church, but we're large at heart. Okay. Our heart is in everything that we do. We also have a Christian Fellowship League that we're a part of, and that's actually based out in Chicago, some of our sister churches. And we go out there and we get different individuals that may not, you know, attend our church, some of the young people, and they're able to join the basketball team and go traveling with us. So we are very, very busy. And just really excited for all the different ministries. We have a wonderful hospitality.
Yes, good food.
Our sister Nicole Dotton, she's the hospitality leader, and she does a wonderful job. And that's where we prepare food each week, and so visitors come in and they eat well. And she's doing a marvelous job in that department. Just so many things. We have in our family life department, we have Joe Garnett and Deidre Garnett. They're our family life leaders. And financial peace. There's a lot of things under that family life umbrella. So financial peace enables individuals to get their budget in order, to help you to spend your money wisely or not spend your money, and just help you to save. So we have that going on. Dane Morgan is also a part of that. So wonderful ministries, wonderful ministries. I mean, so many. I really don't want to leave anyone out, but it is just so refreshing to come into church and know that people are really being helped. So 1105 Pine Street is where we are, and it would be lovely for you just to come in and worship with us. so much to offer.
Yeah, you mentioned the name Dane Morgan. Is he a vice president of a bank?
Yes, he is.
Oh, I was see. I didn't
he is. He's
know
a part
that he was
of
a
our
member there.
We
Yes,
also have
he's
a
member
clerk.
here, yes. Sister
Fantastic.
Cassandra Slade, she's also vice president
Of another bank
in
Lake Forest.
Yes.
in Lake Forest, absolutely.
Boy, you have
she's our church clerk.
a lot of
and
resource
she does
people
a
there.
Yes.
wonderful job. Absolutely.
We have Belinda Turner. She's a past an educator for the
there's
Waukegan
a Turner
Public
that
School.
graduated, that taught at, ritired from Waukegan Public
Yes.
School.
Yes,
She
Belinda
volunteered
Turner.
to minister in our physical education for our Daisy Resource and Development Center. Daisy and I
Wonderful
visited
lady.
the church, and she got on board and say, I'll volunteer for it.
Yes.
Did a fantastic
Awesome.
job.
Awesome.
Mary Reese. She's
Yes.
a nurse, and she has helped in our health and temperance department as well.
Okay.
Done wonderful, lots of wonderful. She's also a part of Healthy Spirit, Healthy Soul. So we just have a lot of individuals
We are
that are
so
on
blessed.
the move. We are a very blessed church, very blessed church.
Now, Janice, you plan to have this annually, right? This is your first one.
Yes.
And-
Yes, we
and
do.
I guess after the first one, you do evaluation and find out what other things you can add to it.
There,
right?
exactly.
Right.
So this is the first event, and we're hoping that we will continue to host more events, and we're going to have a lot more activities and community leaders involvement and other some of our different churches in the Chicagoland area. So it's just a wonderful experience, and I'm looking forward to continuing.
Tell us about community leaders. You haven't. I noticed that you plan to have a recognition of community leaders in your on the Community Day also, right?
Yes, when we first came up with the idea to have a community day, we decided that there are some people who went ahead and did some wonderful things in our community, so we could be examples for, and so we just wanted to honor these people.
Okay, well, we know that you covered the whole waterfront. You got activities for all the people in the community, and you recognizing community leaders, and just a fulfillment of yourselves, your fulfillment of your church, doing what thus saith the Lord.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've been very fortunate to have with us two outstanding people in the community, and we are a better community because of Janice Hay, Director, Salem Adventist Church. She's a Community Service Department Director. And Iris Livingston, the Director of Health and Temperance Ministry at the Salem Seventh-day Adventist Church, located at 1105 Pine Street, Waukegan, Illinois, just off of Glen Floral there. And the pastor is Paul M. Young. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Community Forum. My name is Dr. Waddell Brooks Sr., your host.